Grab that worm by its wormy little testicle.
Nourishment is very important. Delicious and good for you.
Hashtag adorbs.
Oh, what the Too early.
It wasn't a terrible place to sleep last night. The reason I am up at this god-awful hour of the morning, back behind those rocks is Yellowstone National Park, and this is my virgin expedition into the park. I am heading in the east entrance today to the Canyon Visitor Center and to the campground right around there, because last night whenever I got to the park, there were 0 campsites available out of over 1,000 or 1,500. You got to get up early, grab that worm by its wormy little testicle. I don't know. Hopefully I'm going to get a campsite inside the park, because driving an hour and a half in and out of the park every day just is not going to cut it. So let's get on the road to Yellowstone. Strike one, Canyon Campground, which has like 500 sites, completely full for the next 2 days, and it is 8 o'clock in the morning. They sent me to Norris Campground, so 12 miles away. First come, first serve. They said there'll probably be a line waiting for people to check out, but here we go. Okay, so that was never meant to be some long montage of the drive into Yellowstone, but this brings up a very important point about Yellowstone. It is huge. I started driving at 6 o'clock this morning. It is now 11 o'clock. 85 miles on my odometer, but it took me that much time to get into the park, get to Canyon, drive over to Norris, finally get a camping spot, and then come out to the upper and lower falls. It's already peak time out here, so parking lot is already full. I found this super sweet little parking spot, and I'm gonna go see what I can see out here where there are no people, because that's my jam. All right, let's do this. That's what I'll talk about.
You are standing on top of one of the largest and most violent volcanoes.
This says that there are 2,500 earthquakes every year in Yellowstone.
Nourishment is very important. Also is keeping it clean. Delicious. Good for you.
So as you can see, conditions can change pretty quickly out here. This morning it was gorgeous. This afternoon they're calling for more hail and rain, but still gonna get away from the crowds. I'm gonna hit the Wapiti Lake Trail, the Ribbon Lake Trail, and get about 6 miles in, a little bit of backcountry. So check it out. So these sulfur springs are like all over Yellowstone. Yellowstone has like the largest concentration of these types of things in the world. So you can come on any of these longer trails that nobody's coming to, and you're still gonna see a lot of the same stuff that you're pulling off on the side of the road for, but you have it all to yourself. Delicious, so please don't eat me, grizzly bear. Oh, doggies. Wait for it. And we're back to civilization. This is called Artist's Point. Bet you can't guess why. All right, so there you have it, about 15 hours, 105 miles on the Jeep, 10 miles on the feet, all of that at Canyon Village. A couple of things to remember. Number one, the drives around here are long. You're gonna spend an hour to 2 hours minimum a day just driving around this joint because it's 45 minutes to an hour with no traffic between any of the major junctions. Keep that in mind. Come early, stay late. The majority of the crowds come between 10 o'clock and 4 o'clock during the day. The twilight, the dawn, the dusk, the golden hour they call it with photography, that's when all the animals are out. There's no people. It's really the time to be here. So if you can get in here at 8 o'clock, heck, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, go nuts. My dad tells me all the time, be a tourist, because I like to get in the backcountry, but do the touristy stuff, but do the mile and a half hikes, do a 5 or 6 mile hike. You're gonna see things that nobody's seeing because you're out there by yourself, super secluded. Take your bear spray. I didn't get to see any bears today, but hiking 8 miles through the backcountry by myself, I'm gonna call that a win. So if you dug this video, check out the other ones. I got another one on Mammoth and another one on Old Faithful in those areas. So hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, really appreciate it. And I will catch you on the flip side. Just gonna hang out with my boy Johnny here for a bit and then hit the sack.